Hey dudes. So in the second part, I wanna get into the request idle callback and what is the main problem we might encounter when a calculation cannot be stopped, and how we can overcome that. And that's pretty much the core of the fiber algorithm, how React works under the hood. So to show you what the problem is, I just have HTML, so no Webpack, no Babel, no ES6, nothing like that, just plain HTML and plain old JavaScript with some request idle callback. So let's get into it, and so that's it, like an index HTML. So I'm just gonna keep refresh the browser and see what's going on. What I want to do is just have a head and have a body and try to create a button there, see if it works. Yeah, so we have a button, and I wanna call it like start work. Start work, okay. And I wanna create a div here, like let's give it some text with playground. Okay, and sorry for my CSS knowledge. I don't even know if that's the proper way to do it. It might be embarrassing. Let's create a CSS. Okay, it might be main CSS. Can I call it like that? I think I can give it a class, and what should I call it? Playground. And can I give it a background color of let's see, blue violet? That sounds nice. So if I put it can I do just simply playground? Playground. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I might wanna get it here, so it's oh dudes, that's embarrassing, right? I don't even know how to do that. Main style sheet. Yeah, boy. Okay, we got it. That happens when you get so used to bundling things, and then you don't even know how to do them manually. Okay, nice. So we have this playground. We have a button that says start work. And we have a button that will say handle some user interaction. Handle some user interaction. Okay. All right. I may want to give it some padding, just because it's so freaking ugly. Yeah, okay. Can I do text align? Center. Yeah, wow, that's so good. Okay. I think that's gonna be enough for now. Okay, so we have this playground. And let's assume that so I have two buttons. They do nothing at the moment. So we need some JavaScript to kick things off. So script. And what I want to do is give them some ID. So ID, it's gonna be work. and that ID is gonna be interaction. So I want to target these good old var work button equals document get element by ID, and we can have it by work. And I want to do the same thing with the interaction button. Okay. So as I said, they are doing nothing at the moment. I just want to attach event listeners to them. So work button, add event listener, and it's going to be a click event handler with a function of simply console log work button, and do the same thing with the interaction button. Let's see if it works or not. Good. Okay, so we did nothing more than just simply attach some event listeners with the basic DOM API, which is good. So what I want to do eventually is I want to have an ID here that's going to be play. So the user interaction is going to just mimic some really basic thing, which is change the background color of the playground. So the way to do that is I can query the playground here. So it's going to be playground, and what I want to do here is playground style background color is gonna equal to what's a good thing, let it be equal to, I don't know, green, whatever, doesn't really matter. So if I click on this, it's gonna become green. Nice. Okay. Yes. So the thing is, what we wanna kinda mock is a long running, or well, it doesn't have to be necessarily long running, but some work. We need to create some work on the work button. So which will be like our, so just imagine that this work is going to be somewhat like the React diffing algorithm of some sort. So let's just call it more expensive calculation. It's gonna be a function, and okay, so what I want to do is it's gonna be a terrible code, so just forgive me about that. So we will have an iteration count. Iteration count should be, I don't know, so far it's gonna be just 10. It's gonna be 10, and what it will do is while iteration count is greater than 0, then do something, or will tell it what to do, and the iteration count is gonna be equal to iteration count minus 1. So just console log the iteration count for now, some actual work. Okay. So what we can do here is we can call this expensive calculation, right? Okay, so it did its job, right? So at we use the imperative while loop to do whatever we wanted to do, and eventually it finished all the thing that it had to do. So we're good. Yeah, let's do some actual calculation that might be expensive. So I don't just wanna I don't just wanna do addition or calculation, because I assume that the compiler and the CPU can optimize the work. But if we can get rid of the CPU's branch prediction, it's gonna be much more stressful. So we can do something like r value equals 0, and so what is actually math random returns? Math random. Do we know what math random returns? Math random JS. It's from 0 to 1. Nice. Okay, so math random. So what I want to do is value equals value. No, I want to do math dot random, and if it's less than then 0.5, then value plus math at random. Otherwise the other way around. Yeah. But now I think that it can't optimize the iteration. Value math random. Okay. Okay, so start work and then interaction start. Okay, good. Yeah, so it's iteration can't tell, nothing fancy, but I think you get the point where I wanna go. So now if I click on that, immediately click on that, it works. But what if the iteration count starts rising? Okay, let's give it another 0. You see, it was unresponsive for a moment, but yeah, I click on handle some user interaction, still nothing happens. Okay, nothing happens, the main thread blocked. So that's the problem that you can encounter in cases where some calculation in the browser takes too long time. And definitely if you have a really large application with a really deep component tree in React, and they are expensive and they have a lot of calculation in there, then you can end up blocking the main thread, which means that the user movements will not gonna be processed. So that I think demonstrates what the problem is, and what do we mean by responsiveness, and what is the main driving factor behind Fiber. So how can we leverage the request idle callback? So I think I'm just gonna cut it here and start the request idle callback in the next video. So see you guys.